Hello, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today I'm here to do a VR to Carrie over at Carrie's Mystical Musings. She has done a tag, and it is the Spring Deck Pairs tag, where she has gone through and discussed some of the deck pairs that she likes to use for spring and why she uses them and what sorts of vibes they bring. And she's invited us all to do the same. So I am doing that today. I will put Carrie's video down in the description box below, right at the top, if you're interested in checking out her video, seeing what she gets up to over there, and then maybe making your own VR. There's no prompts or anything here, so I'm just going to get started. I'm just going to get into the spring deck pairs that I wanted to share here today. One of the things that I really love about tarot tags is the fact that when I'm making a tag, I get to show some of my decks that I don't normally show on Tarot Tube or even on Instagram. I'm using them, right? I use the decks, but I don't always have an occasion to show them. Like I'm not doing a walkthrough of an older deck. I'm not not always. I'm not always. They don't always get pulled into tags and things like that. So I don't always get a chance to show some of the decks that I use regularly, but they aren't, like new and hot, right? So I have some older pairs here that I've been using for years. And then I have some newer ones, and some that are like a mashup of new and old. This is fun. I got a chance to kind of mix it up and show some things that maybe I don't always have a chance to show. So that's fun. Today I'm going to be showing you this warped to hell deck because I use it so much. It's warped. It does that. I hate it when they do this rocky thing where they won't sit flat, but I'm just going to take some of the cards out of here. This is a mix of the Lavender Dreams Lenormand or Lavender Dreams Oracle, and I think this one is called. These are two decks from V Love and Crystals. This is the Lavender Dreams, and I want to say this one's called like the Spring Bloom or something like that. They don't come with title cards, which is fine with me, but it just means that when I'm making a video, it makes it a little bit difficult for me to remember the titles. But I will put links. I always put the links, so don't worry, links are coming. So this is a pair that I look forward to in the spring. So it started out with the Lavender Dreams, and then a year or two ago, I added this Spring Blossom or whatever it's called to the Lavender Dreams. Now I have like a big deck because I think they were 40 cards a piece or maybe 50 cards a piece. So now they're like either 80 or 100. It's lots of cards. And these are great for daily morning pulls, nice and fresh, good spring energy. So I love to pull these out for just, morning guidance, bringing in the flowers and the purples. I don't know, something about lavender in general makes me think about spring. The smell, the color, and the plant, everything just makes me think spring. So you can see like you get a couple of messages from the oracle, and then you have your Lenormand here to like dig in. Then, okay, so this was, for the last couple of years I have been doing this, but then this year I tried something a little bit different, and I combined this one. Okay, so here's my new morning springy setup. So this is the Unbridled Spirit Tarot from Llewellyn. It's coming out in May. I got a pre-release copy. I've been using it nonstop. I'm obsessed. I was using it with this deck, which when the spring hits and I open up that spring box, this is one of the first, set of cards that comes out. I'm dying to use it. I love how springy it is. You can see very clearly that you have like the spring vibe here, right? Like then this year I got this deck here. This is the Wild Dreams Animal Oracle. I don't have boxes, guys. I'm sorry. Some of them didn't come. Like this didn't come with a box. This I have the box out, but this one I don't have the box out because I've been using it nonstop. This one didn't come with a box, so we're just gonna have to. I'll put the links. So then this is the Wild Dreams Animal Oracle. Also obsessed. Got this one, I want to say the end of last year, maybe. And because it's so dreamy and pretty, I was using it mostly during Pisces season, right when spring came in, right? And oh my gosh, I started putting them all together. I don't know what made me do it, but I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this little pull. So what I've been doing, I'll just show you, is I have my main energy, right? So my main energy for the day is be fierce. So today I'm going to be fierce. And then I get my internal energy, the magician. Okay, I'm going to be fierce for and using the things that I have for everything that I need to get done today. I'm going to be direct and I'm going to be fierce and I'm not going to let anybody take away what I have. And then I have a little affirmation here, like the energy that I'm going to take with me to help me with this situation. It says, I manifest my heart's desires. Right. So I'm the magician. I'm not going to let everything that I want. I'm going to be fierce getting it today. Right. And then I'm going to do a little Norman pull just to see if there's going to be anything I need to work on or anything that I need to look out for today. So I got the house, the cross, and the ring. So I'm going to say maybe there might be a little bit of a burden at home with commitments and things that need to get done that I can't quite get done, but I'm going to be fierce because I can get it done. And everything I want, I can desire and I can do it all, right? So that's my message for today. And I've been loving this in the mornings. It's really lifting my spirit. I suffer from seasonal affective disorder. I mean, I haven't been diagnosed or anything, but I've been suffering from it my entire life. I really get sad in the winter, especially when I'm living in the United States, because we have the change in the time, which makes it really dark in the wintertime. And there's a lot of dark, and it just has always affected me even since I was a child. So um, I've learned to manage, and I have coping mechanisms. One of them is engaging my beautiful art, my tiny art collection, to help bring me out of the funk of winter. So this has been really brightening my days, and I love this. It feels so spring and beautiful. And again, this is the Wild Dreams Animal Oracle with the Unbridled Spirit Tarot, and a mix of the Lavender Dreams and the Spring, I don't know, Fling or something. And then this one is, I'll find the name and put it down below for you. And this one is the Lavender Lenormand. I got this from Divination Apothecary on Etsy. So that's the first pairing or family or whatever you want to call it. So this is the Angels and Oars Oracle from Hay House and the Inner Voice Tarot, which you can find on Amazon. I love this pairing. It is soft, sweet. It is like a breath of fresh air. When I think spring, I think fresh air. I think I'm getting out of the house. I'm getting some fresh air. I'm opening my windows. I'm getting that air running through the house. And this feels like a breath of fresh air to me. I have a couple of pairings like this, but I wanted to show decks today that I don't normally get to show. So so we're gonna do this one. This one is a lot of words, guys. It's very chatty. You've got the name of the angel, the colors, the keywords down here, and there's some reverse keywords. And then the deck is a deck of affirmations. So there's lots of words on the deck, as on the tarot deck as well. So it's very chatty, very, very chatty. And I don't know, I feel like when I start to wake up in the spring, I get chatty. I get more chatty anyway. And so it works for me. And actually engaging that chattiness is something that helps me wake up a little bit and helps me get get re-energized. And I think of spring as a time of re-energizing myself and re-energizing my home. Like I said, opening up the windows, getting fresh air in, cleaning things up, moving things around to get new energy moving. So I love that about this pairing. It feels like new energy and fresh air. So the 9 of coins with focus your health, okay, wellness, active, radiant nourishment, with the 3 of hearts, or the 3 of emotions, cups, the 3 of cups. I was trying to think of the word 3 of cups. So yeah, I love this. I think this is a beautiful pairing, and it really makes me smile. And the colors are soothing and wonderful as well. That sort of lightness of being that it offers, because it's an angel deck. So again, the Angels and Auras Oracle with the Inner Voice Tarot. In the same vein, we have the Earthcraft Oracle with the Classic Tarot. Again, breath of fresh air, beautiful colors. They remind me of flowers and gardens, and those gardens with the bright flowers, right? Like when they first bloom. And I used to live on this street where I think we had dogwoods, or I think they were dogwoods, and they would bloom this time of year. Everybody on my street had one in their yard. So coming into my neighborhood was just this beautiful, like, sea of flowers, like it was just so pretty in the trees. And yeah, that feeling is what I feel when I see this pairing. The white borders remind me of those dogwood flowers. And then the colors in the oracle and even the tarot, these bright colors from the tarot, they really feel like, those flowers that bloom this time of year. So I enjoy this pairing a lot, and it definitely gives me spring vibes and spring energy. When the spring is over, I may not reach for this as much, but right now I'm really loving, and every spring since I got this deck, I've been loving this pairing. Okay, so we have Abundance with the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Wands, the Medicine Woman with the Chariot and the Six of Coins, Birch with the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Birch is a card about being vulnerable, and a little bit feeling vulnerable and unsupported. Forest Tears with the World and the Tower. And then let's just do one more. Prophetic Dreams with the Four of Coins and Death. So yeah, that is the classic tarot and the Earthcraft oracle. Spirit of the East is the air spirit coming in with the two fire cards here. So yeah, I love this. I love this pairing, and definitely one that really feels spring, fresh flowers, fresh cut flowers. It gives spring to me. We cannot have spring without a bird deck. So we started with messages of the birds, right? Like I usually start pulling out the spring decks in February because, like I said, it's a coping mechanism. I'm trying to like reset my brain. And by then I'm sick of being sad. So I'm like, all right, let's get the spring decks. I did pull them out a little bit later this year, but I do keep some out, just in general, just so that I can have them in February. And this is one of them. So this is the Bird Messages deck. It is a mass market deck from Chico or Seco Books. And I have been using it with the Souls on Fire Tarot, another one that I keep out even when it's not spring. I mean, even when in the winter, I keep this one out just because I think it's funny and fun. And for some reason, I started putting these together and I've just been liking it. I don't know. I don't know if I started putting, look at the bird. I don't know if I started putting these together because I think these characters all look like they're flying because they're all standing on like one leg. They look like they're getting ready to jump and take flight. So maybe that's what made me, I don't know what made me put these together, but I enjoy them. I enjoy them together. And this is feels very spring to me, especially with the birds. The birds are what really feels spring to me. I have a pretty good collection of bird decks. If you haven't seen my bird deck collection video, I'll put it here for you in case you're interested. But this one is the one I keep out all year long. This one and the bird messengers, or the feather messengers, are probably my most used bird decks. I just like this one. It's the oldest one I think I have too, and I just love it. So we have Harris Hawk, renew the bonds of true friendship and remember their importance, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, friendships can be work, and they take continuous renewals. Blue-footed Bobby, we have cast aside injured pride and cherish the enduring, with the Death card and the Seven of Pentacles. And oh, look at the lover, so cute with her little tramp stamp. And then we have red fingernails. I just think this is cute. And I think it's cute on two levels. We've got the cute birds and then this cute deck, and it's just been making me smile. So this is definitely these are older decks, but it's a new pairing that I have found this spring that has been bringing me joy. So that is another spring deck pair for 2025. Another new pair that I have been trying and loving is this Mean Girls. Y'all, I love this Mean Girls tarot. I'm obsessed. And I love this deck here. This is a mega deck I made with the Keanu, what would Keanu do and what would Britney do? And what would Beyonce do is coming and it will go in with these as soon as it arrives. I've already pre-ordered it. And then like I have already pre-ordered it. And if you like Taylor Swift, they're coming out with one of those too. I didn't get Taylor, but I'm definitely getting Beyonce to put in with these. And I think that'll be enough because then I won't be able to shuffle it. And with the Mean Girls Tarot, it is the cutest pair. Definitely waking up that spring energy. The pink. It's the pink. Hot pink makes me think of spring. Hot pink clothes, hot pink lipstick, hot pink nail polish. I had on hot pink nail polish at one point this spring already, and I probably will wear it again. So we have the Magician with Dance and Be Proud with the Lovers. And I love that um, they're both like, the cute, very cute art style, cartoony, pop culture. Yeah, it's a vibe. I like this. So we got the Page of Cups with Respect and the Seven of Cups with Be Bold and the Knight of Flames with Be Confident. So yeah, this is definitely a pairing that I have been enjoying this spring. You'll probably see this one on Instagram eventually. Both of these are brand new decks to me. This one is new last year and this one is new this year. So this is a brand new pairing in my collection, but I have been loving this. So this, I don't know. I don't know if this will still be around next spring, but this spring I've definitely been enjoying it. And again, this is the Mean Girls Tarot with a mix of the What Would Britney Do and the What Would Keanu Do oracles. My favorite Pisces season deck is the Tempest Tarot deck. I have the Indie. This is the new mass market edition. It's coming out soon. I've switched to this one. I've been using this one because the Indie one is difficult to shuffle and this one is much easier. But every year I feel like I find a new favorite pair for it. I always use this during Pisces season and I always want to pick out something colorful to put with it because this one is so limited in color palette. I'm always looking for something colorful to put with it. This year I pulled one of my favorite decks to bring out in the spring, and this is the Woven Spirit Oracle deck by Lorraine Sadler. And I believe she has a tarot coming soon, so I'm excited. The Woven Spirit Oracle, I would say, is probably an underrated deck, question mark. It's hard for me to say because I only know what I see, right? To me, I don't see too many people talking about it, but I gotta tell you, it is a kick-ass deck. It contains very intentional colors with strong keywords. And even though sometimes I'm looking at the cards and I'm like, oh, it's just a plant. But then you start to look at the fact that it's honesty with blue throat chakra and heart chakra. That's a story in itself, right? And then we have the Seven of Cups. I don't know. I look at this and I'm saying to myself, there's so many options, but honestly, I know in my heart, right? My heart chakra, that there's only one for me. And I need to say it. I need to make it known because once it's said, maybe it'll stick. We have action with the Page of Wands. They just really read well together, in my opinion. And this deck, it has strong keywords, color energies, everything I want for a spring deck with that influence. Look at those butterflies and that yellow and green. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I've had this deck 2 years now. I want to say I got it 2 years ago. And yeah, this time of year and summer as well, it gets used quite a bit in my collection. To read as a clarifier, also as a thematic deck. If I'm reading for myself and I'm just like, what should I be working on right now? What can I focus on right now? The guidebook is fantastic. It has wonderful messages in it. It's just a really great deck. I'm looking forward to her tarot to see what we get there as well. Ooh, so we have this mermaid. This is so interesting because I feel a story coming on here. The Five of Swords, the ship sank, and then they encountered this mermaid chick here. I don't know. I feel a story coming on. Oh, the Tower with Serenity. Look at that. Another new slash old pairing or new meets old pairing is the Softest Shade Oracle I picked up from Make Playing Cards on in February. And I'm obsessed with this. This is one of the coolest, most interesting Oracle decks I own. There's so much to look at. There's so much to decipher. And it's just interesting. I just find it to be really intriguing. And I like it. I like using it. I'm always interested to see what I'm going to see in it, what's going to happen when I pull it out, what it's going to tell me. And it does not mince words. It's very sharp. It can be sharp, but sometimes you need that. But it's sharp with a soft touch because it's the softest shade oracle. The title for it is perfect because it is indeed soft shade. This is, dang, I should have written down the name. I forgot. Um, what is the name of this deck? I threw out the box years ago and I can't ever remember the name. And I have the book somewhere. Let me go find the book. I'll be right back because I can't remember the name. Okay, the tarot is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. And this is the Softest Shade Oracle by Rose Bay from Make Playing Cards. Together, they just sing. Rose Bay's artwork is collage. It's not a lot of collage. There's just a few elements on the card. I would say 3 to 5 elements that you need to consider, along with the beautiful purple, mostly purple colors, which I enjoy. There's some words that you can read or not. And then I think because the tarot deck offers layers as well, like you can see here in this death card, you've got this is like, she's opening herself up to reveal that, and she's opening herself up to reveal that. And then you've got what's happening in the background and the lotus behind them. There's a lot happening, right? So there's layers in each one of these cards. So my brain is already doing the layering thing when I'm reading with this. It's a natural transition here. So it makes this tarot deck so much it makes me pay closer attention to this deck. A lot of times when I'm reading with it, I will just gloss over the details. But when I'm using it with this deck, because my brain is already zooming in on what's happening here, it's forcing me to also do the same with the tarot cards, which I feel like I'm getting more out of the tarot deck when I use it with this oracle. So we have Untethered. Action with no direction, moving without purpose, a need to ground yourself with the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Cups. The weight of the world. Oh my gosh. I have pulled this card so many times. So many times. But it is such a beautiful. There are 70 or 80 cards in this deck, and I keep pulling this weight of the world card. So many times. Feeling overwhelmed, burnouts, burden, exhaustion. You need to reevaluate your priorities. That's what it says here on the card with the Four of Cups and the Three of Cups. I love this where it's like ripping away here and someone is watching them pour out this cup. Like you're not appreciating, and there is someone watching that you're not appreciating that. Ancestral guidance with the Ace of Cups and the Prince of Discs. Look at this mermaid. Even with the light, she took the light and put it here, even though we're in the darkness. I thought it was beautiful. Respond, don't react. This is the moment where you can decide to react to something or respond to it. The nuance between the two can define the present energy with the Eight of Cups and the Five of Wands. Look at that. Wow. And a lot of times these cards will have snakes in them. We have Medusa here. No snake here, though. I like this pairing a lot. A lot, a lot. Distractions with the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So I've already said that lavender and purples make me think about spring. The lightness of the color choices in the tarot deck, the True Heart Intuitive Tarot deck, definitely sometimes they even feel a little bit pastel, even though they're not. They lean closer to pastel colors like that blue and this yellow. So, that makes me feel spring as well. Sometimes summer, but also spring. It's a little darker in its tones, but there's a lot of, I'm like, don't touch it. The snake's going to get me. There's a lot of purple, which makes me think about spring, I already said. And then There's a lot of flowers and things like that. So yeah, definitely giving spring. Look at this beautiful, beautiful card. Wildest dreams, whirlwind, unexpected moments, and joy. You deserve better than just fine or okay. You deserve your wildest dreams. I pulled this the other day when I did a collective reading, and look at the sun shining on her face, illuminating anything her heart could desire, anything her third eye or her crown chakra could even imagine, with the King of Wands and the Princess of Wands. All that fire. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this. Love this. And this is definitely one of my favorite pairings this spring. Look at Lilith here. Woo. Another new and old. We have the Old English Tarot, OG US Games deck, and Magic Spirit Oracle, a new G. A new G. This deck is fantastic. It was sent to me as a gift. Thank you so much to the person who sent it to me. You know who you are, and you know I appreciate this deck, and I appreciate you. It is a hell of a deck. It has been teaching me something every time I open it up and read from that guidebook. It is just profound. It's so good. It's so good. And I have learned something and that I needed to know, or heard something that I needed to hear every time I use it. If I want to use it in a sort of, something in the middle and something off to the side, recently I've been using this with it. I just think the artwork favors each other, and they are quirky and cute together. So I've been using this for the Magical Spirit Oracle. I've been wanting to try other things with it. I Most of the time when I use it, I just pull a card and read from the guidebook, and it kind of feeds my soul in that way. And I don't always need two other cards with it. I might pull one other card. Sometimes I'll pull two, just the sort of doing well, doing better once I've read what it says in the guidebook. And I have been using this one in the past, but I wanted to try some new things. So I've been doing that over on Instagram. If you're interested in seeing any new spring pairs that I'm trying and playing with, that's where I plan to be doing it. So you can check me out over there. You can find that link in the description box below. But yeah, this is what these two look like together. So we have the Seven of Cups with the Goddess of the Sea, abundance, purification, and ego. It's time to come home, and the Devil. So we have Memento Mori. The meaning is in the middle. The keywords here are life, presence, and depth, with Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Yeah, I mean I use these decks together a lot, so you can tell that the energies are starting to kind of mimic each other. Whenever I need a tarot for this is the one that I mostly reach for, just because I think that the artwork is the best match and that I could think of in my collection. So, Eight of Swords with the Ace of Swords and Liberation, Free Spirit, Wild, and Authentic. And for some reason, even though it has the brown chocolate borders and everything, this deck really feels spring to me. I should, with these darker backs and the darker borders here, I should want to put this in like my fall box, but I don't. It feels very spring to me. I don't know if it's the fairies and the plants and the color, the pops of color. And this has always stayed in my spring and summer box. It doesn't, I don't even have that out during the winter. So this has been out since I got it. I never put it away for the winter, but I didn't use it much. I didn't use it much over the winter, and so next winter I probably will put it away. So this is the Ace of Batons, or the Ace of Wands, with the Four of Coins and emotions, honoring the flow of all the emotions, alchemy, processing, and sensitivity. And let's just do one more. King of Swords, Six of Batons, and the Red Rose, overcoming obstacles, finding joy, and carefree. Don't worry, darling. You'll find your way. Have you guys seen the movie Don't Worry, Darling? Every time I see that written anywhere, I think about that movie, and I'm like, I'm worried. I don't know about y'all, but I'm worried. So that is the Magical Spirit and the, what is this one? The English tarot. This is the Old English tarot. And last, Earthwoman Tarot with the Priestess of Light Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber. The artwork on this deck, I love a Sandra Ann Taylor deck. If you haven't seen my video where I've compared my other 3 Sandra Ann Taylor decks, definitely go check it out. I'll try to remember to put it in the cards, but you can find it in my decisions playlist. Um, I love a Sandra Ann Taylor deck. And this is a deck that I was doing a tarot study with. I fell out of the tarot study because I couldn't keep up, but I do like this deck a lot and I'm still using it. And I've been using it with this one because the artist for the Earthwoman Tarot, Taryn, what's her name? Taryn Ellis. She has another Oracle deck that's it's Earthwoman, right? It's Earthwoman Oracle. Um, it's also very earthy. It's not as colorful as the tarot. And I was looking for something in my collection that I thought might work in place of that because I haven't purchased that one yet, and I won't purchase it until it goes on sale. So I found this one again, and I was like, yes, I love this deck, first of all. And it is very earthy, but in a different way than the other Oracle. This is like powerfully divine, feminine kind of earthy. This is a beautiful deck, but I would not call it powerfully divine. You know what I mean? Feminine, yes, but not powerfully divine. So I feel like this deck brings this one along with it into the divine. Setting boundaries with the 4 of Swords, threshold, protection, and honor. Sometimes you just need to rest. And anybody who is trying to mess with that rest, you need to set boundaries. There should be, protection and a threshold set up so that because your rest is sacred in order to reset your mind. Healing the heart, power of self love with the Knight of Pentacles. It's a slow process, this self love realization, right? Healing our heart, it takes a while and it takes diligence and it takes continuously doing it. This is beautiful. I don't know. I love this pairing. I feel like it's not the most aesthetically pleasing, like I said about the other one, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes I put things together that don't match at all, but I like them. And here's one of those. We have open connections with the 2 of Cups. I mean, they read well together, even though they don't have the most matchy look. The reason that I think of these make me think of spring is because they make me think of outside. Where I live, it's really too hot to go outside during the summer. So most of the outside happens in the spring, in the spring and fall. Maybe it's too cold in the winter sometimes, and it's too hot in the summer. So um, yeah, we spend a lot of time if we're gonna do the outside in the in the spring. And I think that, all of this earthy life and this woodsy stuff, this is all makes me think of spring, especially the pastel-y colors in this one. So yeah, I think that this is a beautiful, earthy, springy, feminine pairing. And also, feminine energy reminds me of spring because we're talking about birth, right? And rebirth and renewal of life and all that is feminine. It's spring. It's all very, very spring. So I love this. I've been loving this. And I don't know I don't know that I would have put them together if I wasn't looking for something to kind of scratch the itch for the other oracle. But now that I've found this, I probably can go years before I buy the oracle. So I'm willing to wait it out for the sale. You know what I mean? And again, this is the Priestess of Light Oracle. Like I said, probably one of the most beautiful oracle decks in my collection. And the Earthwoman Tarot, equally as beautiful in its own right. So those are my choices for spring deck pairs. Let me know what you're using for your spring deck pairs in the comments below. What's waking up spring for you? Let me know. And if you are interested in seeing Carrie's video, that will be down in the description box below. All those cards will be down below the description box. So anything I put up here, down below the description box. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. It helps the algorithm. If you know anybody who might want to see this video, please share it. That also is very helpful. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle, and I would love to have you here with me. The links for anything you saw here today be down in the description box below as always. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.